talking to myself, but it's like I was too weak to be someone else. You could think that I'm a creep when I'm singing all alone, but it's like I couldn't see straight on my own. When I fall, we start again. And
Tonight, we are going to find out who will face Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules for the Intercontinental title. Finn Balor, the #1 contender for AJ Styles' national title, will be in action. And we are all going to witness the debut of Baron Corbin here on Raw. But ladies and gentlemen, no doubt a very pissed off Samoa Joe is kicking off our show here tonight. Last week it was Samoa Joe in a #1 contenders match for AJ Styles' national title against the aforementioned Finn Balor. As we would all know, Balor would go on to win. Balor did have a bit of aid as Tyson Kidd would make his return from a neck injury that was suffered at the hands of Samoa Joe months ago. This distraction from Tyson Kidd has been on Joe's mind, no doubt, all week, and Samoa Joe is out here to address this situation. Well, it is clear Tyson Kidd is not backing down from those harsh words from the Samoan submission machine. Kidd is out here tonight, and I hope he knows what is in store for him. But it looks like we are going to have a match between these two to kick off our show. Hold on now, Joe is out of the ring, and a single leg drop kick takes Tyson Kidd down on the ramp. Kidd unable to even make the full entrance into the ring. An ambush attack from Samoa Joe. This matchup has not even begun yet. Tyson Kidd already feeling the effects as he was draped over that barricade and now sent into the steel steps by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe obviously feels he's getting revenge for what Kidd did to him last week. Mongolian chops from Samoa Joe. Tyson Kidd is in a world of trouble right now, and it should be noted that Tyson Kidd was out here for a match, not an ambush. But here we go now, Tyson Kidd is fighting back. Kidd now. Oh, Samoa Joe's head bouncing off the announce table, and Tyson Kidd has fought his way back. He's got a big mountain to climb here, though, as Samoa Joe is clearly the bigger competitor, but Kidd is going to give it everything he's got. Joe went for a right hand, but Kidd was able to block it. And Tyson Kidd could be looking to do damage to Joe. Joe with a kick to the gut. Tyson Kidd bounces off the announce table, and what is this? Samoa Joe. Joe with Kidd up. No! Samoa Joe driving himself and Tyson Kidd through the announce table. And now he gets Tyson Kidd in the ring. The referee is not going to start this matchup. Joe. And he's locked that submission maneuver in. Submission maneuver is applied in the center of the ring. Joe applying all the pressure to the neck area of Tyson Kidd. That injured neck of Kidd. And who knows what Samoa Joe has done. But wait, here's Finn Balor. Balor now out here to confront Samoa Joe. Falcon Arrow from Finn. Tyson Kidd clearly aiding Finn Balor last week with the distraction. Finn now is out here. Coup de grace to Joe. Well, you gotta admire Finn Balor. And you gotta admire the grit of Tyson Kidd. Well, fans, get ready because our main event tonight, we are going to find out who is going to face Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules for the Intercontinental title as longtime rivals Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens go one-on-one. But right now, the Usos already in the ring, Jimmy and Jay, they are set for tag team action here tonight. And they are set to take on the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Vaudevillains. And let's go backstage as we see Bubba Ray and Devon getting set. And no doubt they're going to be scouting out this matchup. They are due a rematch and will be having it against the Vaudevillains at Extreme Rules. I'm going to be looking to get those Raw Tag Team titles back after they lost it from the Villains at WrestleMania. Aiden English and Simon Gotch, two of the greatest tag team competitors that this division has, and obviously they have the gold that says so. But if you want to see two competitors that work together to get the job done, which is what tag team wrestling is all about, look no further than the Vaudevillains. Well, this is a big matchup, not only for the Vaudevillains as they try and continue their momentum heading into Extreme Rules in hopes of defending their Raw Tag Team titles. But this is a huge matchup for the Usos if they're able to knock off the Raw Tag Team champions. And you can see Aiden English posing towards the crowd. And the Usos able to take advantage of it right out of the gates here. A flying forearm and now some strong right hands. I believe that is Jey Uso in the ring. A big Samoan drop coming up and he hits it perfectly. Jey Uso, I believe that is Jey Uso. It is very difficult to tell these two apart. And I'm sure Aiden English could care less right now which one it is as he's going to work. Aiden English, the cunning, conniving one of the group. Simon Gotch, more of a brute, more of a bruiser. He's just gonna wear you down. But Aiden English now posing once again. Very full of himself, as he should be, having the tag team titles. But Aiden English has to remember to stay focused during this match. as now Jey Uso was able to get back in and gain the upper hand, and the Usos now with a double super kick. Straight to the jaw. Now Jimmy Uso in the match. It seems the Usos have their eye on the prize here tonight, as we're seeing some great tag team action from these two brothers. Jimmy now with a headlock as Aiden English gets up to a vertical base. And a lariat from Aiden English finds the mark. Well, Aiden English was able to bring home the tag team champions for the Vaudevillains. We mentioned he is the cunning one of the group. As Bubba Ray's back was turned, he was able to hit a roll-up at WrestleMania. And it's not about how you do it, it's just about getting the job done. As we see Simon Gotch with a Michinoku driver trying to get the job done. And Jimmy Uso able to kick out at 2 there. But knowing the Dudleys, this did not sit right with them. And they can't wait to get their rematch with the Vaudevillains. But great tag team work right now from these two on display. Jimmy Uso is in a world of trouble. He's going to need to get to his corner and tag in his brother. Aiden English and Simon Gotch doing a great job of isolating Jimmy. Another 2 count there. Very, very close to a fall. Aiden English now sending Jimmy Uso for the ride, and this could be the opening that Jimmy Uso needs. Kick to the gut and an Irish whip sending Aiden English into the corner. Jimmy Uso now. He's got him in prime position. Oh! Aiden English head bounced off that second turnbuckle. And Jimmy Uso could be looking to fly. Jimmy has foregone the tag. Oh, and that could have been a mistake. Aiden English rolls out of the way and then quickly disposes of Jimmy's brother Jay. And now we're seeing the Vaudevillains once again isolate Jimmy. Tag made to Simon Gotch. There's the whirling dervish. Gotch goes for the cover. And the Vaudevillains are winners here tonight. One grave mistake by Jimmy Uso cost him and his brother the match. But nonetheless, that is a big victory as the Vaudevillains continue their role here on Raw. Well, we are looking at the so-called inspirational Bo Dallas. And Bo was not inspiring anybody last week after he and Heath Slater suffered yet another loss. We would see Bo Dallas turn on Heath Slater, his social outcast partner. No idea where the head of Bo Dallas is at. But it appears that Bo is going to be doing things on his own from now on. And with Dallas, it has never been a concern as far as the ability side goes. But Bo has always just lacked that one piece that takes him from being a good superstar to a great superstar. And who knows, maybe he's found it at the expense of Heath Slater. Well, two superstars who are at complete opposite ends of their career. One is trying to find his identity. The other is going to be fighting for the WWE National title at Extreme Rules against AJ Styles. That man is Finn Balor. Finn has already made his impact here tonight on Raw, much to the chagrin of Samoa Joe. And Finn is going to be looking to continue to ride the momentum all the way to Extreme Rules, where he hopes to eventually capture that national title. Finn Balor, obviously a crowd favorite here in Sunrise, Florida. As you can hear the ovation. But it definitely begs the question. There is a darker side inside of Finn Balor. We saw it at WrestleMania, the Demon, and the Demon was unable to get the job done. But with that darker side, will it ever take over Finn Balor completely? Well, we are scheduled for one-on-one action here tonight. Bo Dallas taking on Finn Balor. Bo flying out of the gates here, hitting a flying forearm. Obviously catching the number one contender off guard. Bo Dallas now with a clothesline, sending Balor over the top rope. Dallas in control of this matchup thus far, much to the surprise of everyone here, and I'm sure everyone watching. Oh, Dallas. Oh, the head of Balor bouncing off the steel ring post. This is the intense side of Bo Dallas. I think everyone knows that is missing. As Bo right now is in total control over Finn Balor. Finn, obviously with a grueling matchup last week on Raw, may have a little bit of a hangover from that, but Bo Dallas out of the gates here as he sends Balor for the ride and plants Finn Balor in the middle of the ring. If you're Bo Dallas, I don't think you could have asked for a better start here, and what a statement. What a way to make your name here on Raw than beating the number one contender to the national title. And Finn Balor, though, able to slow down Bo just a bit. Nice reversal into a DDT there. And Finn Balor letting those forearms fly. Finn now. Falcon Arrow, beautiful. As I had mentioned, these are two superstars at two complete different ends of their career. But this match is so important on so many levels to both. If Finn loses, then there's doubt that creeps in his mind heading into his national title match with AJ Styles. If Finn wins, then he continues his roll on into Extreme Rules. If Bo loses, he's going to continue to doubt and continue to slip into an even darker place. But if Bo wins, then he knows that the decisions that he is making is putting him on the right path. And one mistake here could be costly for either one of these superstars. Finn throws Bo off the top. Crowd looking on. Finn coup de grace to Bo Dallas. Finn hooks the leg. Finn Balor continues his roll on into Extreme Rules. What an important victory for Finn Balor as he avoids any hangover here tonight. And we continue to inch closer and closer with his showdown with national champion AJ Styles. And fans, still to come, our main event. Former best friends turned bitter enemies. Sami Zayn goes one-on-one with Kevin Owens with huge stakes on the line. The Intercontinental Championship opportunity lies ahead for the winner. I think we're going to need to keep an eye on that situation backstage. I don't trust AJ Styles as far as I can throw him. But right now, we are getting a look at Raw Women's Champion Charlotte. And this is Charlotte's first time on Raw programming since she won the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania from Paige. And the woman who calls herself the dirtiest player in the game is set to address the WWE 2K17 universe. Well, it seems like Charlotte is still carrying some animosity towards Paige even after she defeated her at WrestleMania. It's going to be very interesting to hear what Paige has to say in regards to those comments. I can't believe it. I can't believe that lowlife AJ Styles would do something like that. I mean, we are just weeks before the match at Extreme Rules, and AJ Styles attacking Finn Balor when no one's around to break up the situation. Well, fans, if we get any update on the condition of Finn Balor, we will pass it along to you. But right now, we've got the bizarre one, Goldust, set for action. Well, here he is. The man that we have heard about is making his Raw debut here tonight. It is the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. I don't know about all of you, but I've been waiting to see what Baron Corbin is going to bring here to Raw. The man looks intense and he looks ready. Goldust obviously hoping that looks are deceiving. But this man has got to be near 7 foot, and he's got to be near 280 to 300 pounds. Goldust having an uphill battle here, but if there's anyone that would be dubbed the task to try and take down Baron Corbin, this big individual on his debut, it is the veteran Goldust. I have all the confidence in the world. Goldust is going to go out here and give it his all, and he's backing up my claims right now. Goldust has Baron Corbin on the ropes here right off the bat. Irish whip. Corbin sidestepping that maneuver, and oh my God. Baron Corbin, a straight fist there. Referee's got to watch that. Goldust trying to turn this back into his favor. Is unsuccessful. Corbin with Goldust up now. And Snake Eyes. Corbin delivering Snake Eyes. And a huge clothesline disposing of Goldust onto the outside. I don't like the looks of this if I'm Goldust right now. Coupled with the fact that he's got Baron Corbin in front of him there on the outside. And oh my God, Goldust head bouncing off the announce table. Corbin throwing Goldust back inside the squared circle. Look at the power of Baron Corbin. Goldust with a hot start to this matchup, but has quickly been slowed down. Corbin now. Corbin driving Goldust onto the mat. Corbin is hearing it from this crowd, but he doesn't care. Goldust slow to his feet. Elbow finding the mark here. Come on, Goldust, battle back here. Goldust now with Corbin teetering on those ropes. Oh, Goldust sending Baron for the ride, but Baron Corbin delivering a back body drop. And it is not looking good for the veteran here tonight. Corbin now slowing this matchup down. Corbin working over the neck region of Goldust. Baron Corbin showing you a little diversity here in his offensive maneuvers. But Goldust now up to a vertical base. Goldust with a kick to the gut. He's gonna fight back. Corbin, though, tosses away that right deep six from Baron Corbin. Just when you thought Goldust was getting back in the match, Corbin hitting deep six, and what's this? Corbin now. Oh my God, what a move! And that is it. What a maneuver! That is nothing short of absolute domination from Baron Corbin. What a debut for this big individual. We're backstage here, and Paige being attacked from behind by the Raw Women's Champion Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. And there is Asuka to help out Paige. Asuka having her issues with Alexa. We're going to get you over where Renee Young is trying to get a word from Bo Dallas. And Bo Dallas just blowing off Renee Young, obviously upset with himself after the loss tonight. And hey, there's Heath Slater. Bo! Throwing Heath Slater into the garage door. What has gotten into Bo Dallas? Well, fans, only 2 weeks on the job for Raw General Manager Shawn Michaels. And Michaels is coming to the ring to address a situation I'm sure he was hoping he did not have to address this early. And that is the SmackDown Live roster, specifically the Wyatt family, invading last week at the conclusion of the Samoa Joe Finn Balor main event match. Bray Wyatt laying out Finn Balor, clearly sending a message, and Michaels obviously not looking like himself. What the hell? I don't believe this. What the hell? Bray Wyatt saying he's gonna do whatever he wants to. After hearing that, I think everyone in the WWE 2K17 needs to be afraid. And hey, Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn now confronting each other. You gotta know that's gotta piss Zayn off. And coming up next, it is our main event. Sami Zayn taking on Kevin Owens. The winner will meet Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules. Well, Kevin Owens blames Hideo Itami after at WrestleMania he feels he's the reason why Owens is not the Intercontinental Champion right now. And Kevin Owens last week on Raw took out Itami after he was victorious against Fandango. Itami was unable to be here tonight. And ultimately, Owens gets another opportunity to put himself in the Intercontinental Championship title picture with a victory here tonight. But he's going to have to go through the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. Well, I wouldn't blame Sami Zayn if he looked a bit dejected after the loss last week. Very controversial, might I add, as Roman Reigns used the second rope for leverage to retain his Intercontinental Championship. But Sami Zayn looks none of that here tonight. He looks ready to go. He looks hungry. And he looks like at the end of the night could very well be the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. I know one man's got something to say about it, and that is Kevin Owens. But the look on Zayn's face right now is one of determination. Both superstars look ready to go. And this main event is underway. It sounds like the crowd is hot for this main event, as you can hear chants for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn throughout this arena here in Sunrise, Florida. And whether or not Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will come out and admit it, both of these superstars have the utmost respect for each other. And if I had to guess, we're going to see a cautiously aggressive match from both of these two tonight. Owens with a headlock applied center of the ring. Zayn sending Owens for the ride. Zayn with a hip toss attempt. And Kevin Owens using his strength and power. And Kevin Owens is eating the boos from the crowd up. Owens has been quoted as saying he would much rather you boo him, as that fuels him way more than anyone ever would that cheers for him. And the power of Owens as this collar and elbow tie-up sends Zayn back into the corner. And a cheap shot from Kevin Owens there. Ref's gonna let it go. Big shots by Owens. Zayn trying to turn this around into his favor. And Zayn does so with a powerbomb out of the corner as a seated Owens was brought up and down. A very inventive Sami Zayn sends Owens for the ride. And a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker finds the mark from Zayn. He learned his lesson from the hip toss attempt earlier. And a snapmare from Sami Zayn, much to the delight of this crowd. They want to see Sami Zayn get revenge. Owens, though, using that opportunity. Swing things back into his favor. Huge knife edge chop there, and now Owens with an Irish whip, and he plants Sami Zayn. A variation of a spine buster there, and Owens is eating it up once again. You can hear this crowd is torn because Owens does have his fair share of supporters in the audience. A very dangerous situation we are witnessing here. Owens now following Zayn up to the top rope. And now has Zayn on his shoulders. Oh! Owens hitting a rolling senton from the top. Goes for the cover. Zayn powers out at 2 there. Zayn's Intercontinental Championship opportunity is slipping away. And Owens, crossface applied by Kevin Owens. He's got it locked in. Zayn trying to crawl to the ropes, using every ounce of strength he has. Will Zayn make it? Kevin Owens wrenching. Zayn makes it to the ropes. Owens is forced to break the hold. The damage looks like it has been done to Zayn, though, and it could only be a matter of time before Owens puts this one in the books and moves on to Extreme Rules. Owens going for another headbutt, but Zayn blocks it, and a beautiful drop kick by Sami Zayn. Just like that, Zayn turning the tides in this match. Zayn is gonna battle. He's gonna give you everything he's got. We've seen how much that Intercontinental Championship means to Sami Zayn, and he would go to great lengths to get it back. And Zayn, what a DDT through the middle rope. Sami Zayn laying it on the line here tonight, and this crowd is on fire. Zayn now off the ropes. Swanton over the top, but Kevin Owens sidesteps it. Sami Zayn fell. That has got to be a good 14 feet. Straight onto his back. And Kevin Owens, ever the opportunist, is taking advantage. I said these wrestlers were going to be wrestling a cautiously aggressive match tonight. Sami Zayn, though, knows he needs to put it all on the line, and we have seen that. Owens with that package pile driver. That could put Zayn away. Owens hooks the leg. 1, 2. Zayn able to get his left shoulder up somehow, some way. Well, the ultimate underdog, Sami Zayn, has done everything to stay in this match. But Zayn looks like he could be out of it, and that kick out may have been all on instinct. Owens smells blood. Zayn, though, finding it in him to reverse. And Zayn is digging down deep. Big left hand from Zayn. An Irish whip. Heel kick from Zayn. Another finds the mark. Zayn ducks a clothesline. And a swinging neck breaker has Sami Zayn in control. Zayn now is going for a high-risk maneuver off the top. Swanton hit right into a cover. Owens powers out. This crowd here in Sunrise, Florida is going crazy for our main event. Winner will move on to face Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules for the Intercontinental Championship. And Owens could be about to steal a victory. 1, 2. Zayn at the last second kicks out. Owens now looking for the pop-up powerbomb. Zayn counters into a Hurricane Rana. What an incredible effort from both of these two competitors here tonight. Owens slow to his feet. Sami Zayn with Kevin Owens now. Zayn. Exploder suplex from Sami Zayn. Listen to this crowd. Zayn hits the haluva kick. Zayn hooks the leg. Sami Zayn has done it. Sami Zayn able to outlast his longtime rival here tonight, and will now face Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules for the Intercontinental Championship.